Coming up on Fulton today, the county's first female police chief retires. We'll talk to Chief Jones and learn what's next for the department. And what's the future looking like for MARTA? The CEO gives us an update. Fulton Today starts right now. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. After 35 years of service to the county, Fulton's police chief is retiring. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega was at the retirement celebration for Chief Cassandra Jones. She tells us now what's next for her and what's next for the department.
More than 100 people gathered to say congratulations to Fulton County Police Chief Cassandra Jones on her retirement. Dozens spoke and described her as humble, calm, and an amazing leader.
No matter what was going on, she always had that calming spirit.
One by one.
People don't know, but the guru of crime prevention is the chief. Amen. And I'm as good as I am because of her.
Commissioners, law enforcement, and even TV personalities shared their appreciation for Fulton County's first African-American female police chief, Cassandra Jones.
You've been dedicated. You've been determined to make this the best police department in the state.
Many couldn't fight back their emotions.
She has been very instrumental in my career and guided me, and I'm truly miss you. And I really mean it.
Interim Chief Gary Stiles will now lead the department.
What I've learned and embraced the most out of working so closely as your number two for your entire career as chief has been how to treat people.
Jones left her mark not only on the department, but the community as well.
Chief Jones used a hands-on approach. You had Chief Jones' cell phone number, you had an office number, you had an email address. Anything pertaining to the community, you could always put your hands on Chief Jones.
But Jones says the future remains bright for the department.
And as long as we can keep the philosophy of community policing and partnering with our citizens and partnering with our other law enforcement agencies, we'll be okay.
Besides spending more time with her family that includes 3 daughters and 10 grandchildren, she will also continue teaching law enforcement and remain active in the community. Reporting at the Aviation Community Cultural Center, I'm Priscilla Ortega for FGTV.
Thanks, Priscilla. Meanwhile, another county police sergeant is honored for his service, an honor named after a fallen Fulton County police officer. Sergeant Adrian Massey and officers from other metro agencies were presented with the Aaron Blunt Award by State Representative LaDawn Blackett-Jones. Fulton Officer Blunt was shot and killed while on patrol in 2003. Sergeant Massey was honored for developing a better partnership between police and the community after a violent home invasion incident.
My favorite part of the job, I would say, actually, dealing with people. I love people, and also trying to help in some type of way. You're never going to be able to solve all the problems, but at least at the end of the day, you know, I can say I at least put my best foot forward, and I was some help and some service to my community as well.
Representative Jones says she wanted to remember Officer Blunt by bestowing this honor on Sergeant Massey and the others because they put their lives on the line each day to help keep the community safe. Well, MARTA is moving in the right direction. That was the gist of the presentation that the head of the Transit Authority gave to the Board of Commissioners. FGTV's Felicia Church has the story.
MARTA is definitely getting smarter. So says the head of one of the largest transit systems in the country. General Manager and Chief Executive Officer Keith Parker rattled off a number of successes and improvements for the Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority, ranging from an increase in ridership to revenues.
MARTA will now have its 3rd year of balancing the budget and actually adding money to its fiscal reserves. As a result of that information, the folks at Moody's upgraded our overall credit rating. This will save the citizens of our region millions of dollars over the next 10 to 20 years.
While revenues are increasing, wait time for passengers will decrease.
You can now catch a train During the peak periods, about every 5 minutes.
However, there will be no increase in fares because of the new efficiency. The transit system is also going green with the addition of new natural gas buses and LED lighting in the stations. Ranked as the second safest transit system in the nation by the Transportation Security Administration, Parker says technology is the key to maintaining that status.
We also have another great project underway called video analytics. This is true artificial intelligence. Again, we're one of the first authorities in the nation to utilize this type of technology. MARTA has about 1,200 cameras throughout its system, and these cameras will be able to pick up on abnormal, irregular behavior. So you see that little red box there? This is a person who's ventured off into the onto the trackway, and that type of action would immediately alert our radio control people, so that we could then maybe stop the train or get police officers over there and get that person out of harm's way.
That technology also includes more secure breeze cards and tickets, high-tech security cameras, Wi-Fi access, seats to alert drivers if they fall asleep, and smart bathrooms.
This new restroom is truly state-of-the-art, first of its kind in the nation, where now instead of having a person have to guide you into the restroom and wait for you while you take care of things, this new smart bathroom, when you approach it, there's a camera system that begins an interactive conversation with the customer, lets the customer in, and then gives them a certain amount of time to use the restroom. The restroom will literally talk to the customer and ask, you've been in here 9 minutes, do you need more time?
There are a number of development projects slated for the near future to get more citizens to use mass transit. Following the presentation, Fulton commissioners applauded Parker and the system for appearing to be on the right track. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Felicia Church.
Thanks, Felicia. Meanwhile, MARTA CEO Keith Parker was joined by state, county, community, and congressional leaders in the campaign called Stand Up for Transportation. The initiative focuses on the importance of investing in the county's and nation's transportation infrastructure. That includes public transit, roads, and bridges. Supporters would like for Congress to pass a transportation bill that authorizes increased federal spending on the nation's surface transportation infrastructure. Classes are now in session for this year's Fulton County Citizens University. Over the next 12 weeks, students will learn how the county operates. They spent the first class getting to know one another during an icebreaker exercise.
Good evening. My partner is Cynthia Burney. She lives in Eastport.
And getting to know the new county manager.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm very impressed.
Mr. Anderson gave the students an overview of his responsibilities, the structure of the Board of Commissioners, and the importance of being involved. For the students, it was just what they signed up for.
I'm a believer that you have to fully participate in the community that you live in to be effective.
I hope to learn what's going on in the community, to get more involved in the community, and to be able to offer my service more in the community.
Next week, students will learn the roles and responsibilities of the finance and tax assessor departments. And still to come, there's a new place for your dog to hang out in Central Fulton. It's a part of our district-by-district coverage next. Fulton welcomes a new dog park to the community and more jobs in North Fulton. Here's this week's district-by-district coverage. We begin with the news that High Res Studios in Alpharetta is expanding its headquarters. The North Fulton-based computer gaming company will add more jobs to their high-tech hub. Chairman John Eves publicly congratulated Alpharetta officials on the economic boost for the city.
Well, this is certainly good news for Fulton County. We are attracting and expanding existing businesses. High Res Studios is going to be great for the community. It has already been great. It's been around since 2005. With their expansion and growth, going to be adding 50 new jobs. tremendous entity that does online video games, the largest in the country.
North Fulton has become a high-tech hub in the region with the addition and expansion of a number of tech companies. Just last month, North Fulton leaders broke ground on the new Gwinnett Tech campus. District 4 Commissioner Joan Garner joins City of Atlanta leaders in celebrating the grand opening of Freedom Parkway. The new dog park is located on Freedom Parkway and Boulevard. Dozens of dog lovers from the community brought their four-legged friends to the venue on the day it officially opened.
Freedom Parkway opened recently, and the community is very excited about having it there. I think that it really affords the residents a place where we can bring our canine citizens, because our canine constituents are very important to our community. We have a lot of people have pets these days, and living in the city, there's not a whole lot of space where you can take your pet off leash.
Freedom Parkway was created on land owned by the Georgia Department of Transportation. It is the first time the DOT has allowed use of its land for a dog park. And finally, in District 6, seniors hear firsthand the warning signs about diminishing cognitive health. During a brain awareness workshop at a county senior facility, citizens were taught how to keep their minds sharp as they age.
You want to have mental activity, social engagement, physical activity, and eat well and take care of any type of vascular stress, which would be like blood pressure, cholesterol, stress, that type of thing. You want to make sure that you're working on all four of those areas.
I learned amazing things about how the brain functions in reference to if you're reading colors that are printed in different colors, how part of the brain that is a visual wants to say the color that you see as opposed to reading what the color actually is printed out to be. Every year, worldwide, health and science organizations and agencies celebrate Brain Awareness Week. Fulton offers a myriad of programs for citizens to stay mentally sharp and socially engaged. You can visit the Star Line to get more information. And still to come, a national survey says Fulton County is doing much better when it comes to certain programs. We'll tell you all about it when we come back. Well, there's some great news about the health of Fulton County. New rankings show that the county moved up 9 spots when it comes to health outcomes. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn has our story.
New policies and partnerships are helping Fulton County get healthier.
With the release of the nationwide county health rankings, Fulton County moved up 9 spots in health outcomes. And I believe that the county's all-in approach helped that with the policies that prevent idling, which improves our air quality, with our policies and programs around access to care, and with our focus on the social determinants of health. I believe that that really helped the county move up in these rankings as regards health outcomes.
Fulton has moved into the top 15% with a ranking of number 20 for health outcomes, ahead of 130 plus other Georgia counties. Health outcomes measure one's quality of life and how long you live. Health Services Director Dr. Patrice Harris credits Fulton's integrated care system of delivering services for the improvement.
I believe that the county's all-in approach helped that with the policies that prevent idling, which improves our air quality, with our policies and programs around access to care.
But there's still work to be done when it comes to health factors such as tobacco, drug, and alcohol use, and diet and exercise. In that category, Fulton dropped 4 positions to number 25.
We still have a ways to go, but I think that our citizens can help with that, and our programs will continue to address those issues.
Residents can help improve the health rankings by quitting smoking, taking a 30-minute walk every day, eating more fruits and vegetables, and getting recommended health screenings. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Lynn Vaughn.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Meanwhile, Fulton health officials lend their voice to a growing concern about powdered alcohol. The Alcohol and Tobacco Tax and Trade Bureau approved the new product known as Palcohol. The powdered packets are mixed with water to make an alcoholic beverage. Well, several states are in the process of banning the powdered alcohol before it hits store shelves this summer. Critics feel it will be easier to sneak the packets into certain locations and make it easier for underage drinkers to use them.
Some of the concerns about it is that young people especially would do things like try to snort it or shoot it up, which some have actually tried to do. And they've had some very negative results behind that.
So far, there is no ban on alcohol in Georgia. And before you plant your garden this spring, you may want to check your soil first. Cooperative Extension agents say sending a soil sample to get tested is vital to making sure that plants and vegetables grow the way you want them to.
If you wanted to grow a particular flower, say like the hydrangeas that we have here, they will turn a different color if you have particular nutrients in your soil. So they may be pink in your yard and they may be blue in the next neighbor's yard because of the nutrients that are in the soil.
You can test your soil every year at any time of the year. Just bring a Ziploc bag of dry soil to a Cooperative Extension office and staff members can help you complete the forms to mail it off for testing. Once the soil is tested, Cooperative Extension agents will tell you what to add to your soil to make it perform best. For more information, you can call them at 404-332-2400. And still to come on Fulton today, an out-of-this-world exhibit. Stay with us. A new exhibit boldly goes where no other art exhibit has gone before. Artist Joseph Wheeler III's exhibit at the Aviation Community Cultural Center features African-American actors in the Star Trek series and films. Wheeler says he really wanted to capture the cast of various ethnicities in his pieces.
It's a plethora of different people, you know, and I really wanted to showcase that and, you know, really make more people aware of, in my opinion, I mean, I think it could be a stated fact that as far as a television series and film spinning off from that, Star Trek probably has the highest number of black faces, period, in a sci-fi genre.
Michelle Nichols and Whoopi Goldberg are just some of the actors Wheeler showcased in his artwork. This exhibit runs until June 26th. For more information, go to fultonarts.org. And finally, the library is helping children to get into that spring spirit.
Go ahead.
The Washington Park branch held a Springy Grabs event that let elementary-age children explore their own creativity.
Today, the children did Springy Grabs, where they went from each table had a different medium. The children first painted on canvas, spring scenes or things that have to do with spring, the colors. We talked about the colors of spring.
Young adult volunteers help the youngsters paint spring scenes on canvas and wood. The library system encourages young adults and teens to mentor children. This branch will offer programs where older students read books to youngsters for Drop Everything and Read events this month. Now, according to DoSomething.org, students who don't read proficiently by the 3rd grade are 4 times more likely to drop out of school. For more information on more events and activities, you can go to the library's website at afpls.org. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to connect with you online. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter and watch us anytime on our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.